Monday Night Raw. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling here for it's a bit of a belated, a late Raw review. We're out here 7:15 at night. Raw happened a long time ago, but we're here nonetheless. Riding solo, as Jason Derulo once said. But yeah, I've caught the highlights to the show, and I thought I may as well talk about it. Logan Paul comes out, getting booed out the building. Oh, I'm going to win this Saturday. I'm going to beat Jay. So it comes going for Logan. Ask. What do you call him on Pat McAfee? At Pat McAfee. What I do to people with no heart. At least he showed heart. You don't, jabroni. And Logan Paul. But then like Gunther tries to put over Logan Paul, and I see someone say like, "Oh, they've done nothing with Gunther the past year. They've paired him with absolute jobbers." And you know what? Yeah, it's not like Gunther's had world title matches, right, against Cena or Punk or guys like that, even like Reigns or Rollins, right? But he did have two matches against Orton, Bash at Berlin, and then in Saudi. Both were a bit crap. I think the other one was in Saudi anyway. Yeah, his title reign was crap, but it's not like Gunther stood out amongst everybody else. Jey Uso, as much as we think he's a jobber, he needed to beat. He needed to beat him, right? No two ways about it. He needed to beat the big man, right? We can't sit here and lie, but you know, a bit of ass kiss for Gunther, a bit of ass kicking for Logan Paul, and then Jey Uso comes out, super kicks Logan Paul. Gunther's like, haha, laughing. I mean, is this setting up for a triple threat match between these three at some point? Obviously, the whole gimmick is, oh, if Jey beats Logan Paul, then he's taking on Gunther. But if Logan Paul beats Jey, then he's taking on Gunther. Just completely undersells the entire Money in the Bank match. But here, we've ranted and raved about that, haven't we? About 4,000 times. But the fact that Gunther could be, you know, just taking one of these two on instead of entering a Money in the Bank qualifier. See the people entering Money in the Bank qualifiers, like they must be feeling like absolute doofuses, because why don't they just come out and challenge the champion of their respective brand / gender? You know what I mean? And then they'll probably get a match. I'll tell you why, because it's retarded, man. And Gunther just shouldn't be allowed to come out and get a title shot at a specific date. Gunther should be in Money in the Bank. It's that simple. You know what I mean? It's that simple. It's just crap, man. Wrestling is so dead. Number one contenderships, right? And like power rankings used to mean something. You know what I mean? Like there is no rankings. You simply come out and cut a promo and it's like, oh, that's you, pal. You're number one contendership. And it's not like Gunther didn't act so bad against Jey Uso that it was like, well, I'm going to have to defend the championship against him now. You know what I mean? There was nothing remotely like that. It's just, I mean, explain, why is Gunther not Money in the Bank, right? Why is like CM Punk, you know, and guys like that, Sami Zayn, why are they not wanting to get Money in the Bank? To get a shot at the title? Why is CM Punk, since he came back, no arsed about the title, apart from, you know, the Royal Rumbles, which he appeared in twice, and then the Chamber match this year? The logic is just crap, but this was a bit of a boring promo. You know, it's Gunther. I mean, what is there to say? Roxanne Perez has announced that she's officially signed her Monday Night Raw contract again. None of us are truly surprised by this bit of news, are we? We knew Roxanne Perez was going to be doing this. Jey Uso runs into Paul Heyman, get into it a wee bit. He's like, you betrayed Reigns and Punk. You have to stab him in the back. Heyman's like, well, I'm not going to stab you in the back, Jey. I'm going to stab you in the face, kind of thing. Gunther and Braun Breaker and all these guys, doesn't matter because they're all short term. Seth Rollins is going to be long term, pal. And then he runs away, and it's like, okay, brilliant. Fandabidoze. First match, AJ Styles and Penta, first of the Judgment Day. Oh, what's this I see? Penta, the next big thing. Just taking a wee shitey pinfall here for Finn Balor. I mean, a garbage match. Who cares, man? Honestly. I I think the Judgment Day's ran its course. Like the Judgment Day, right? Now there's been about 27 different variations of it, but they've near been on the screens, right? For like what? Judgment Day have near been on. I think Judgment Day's existed for like 3 years now. See, if you look at the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era, groups did not last. Like, see Evolution, right? Evolution lasted under 2 years. And even then, it was like 14, 15 months before they split up with Orton. And then it obviously going into Mania 21, Batista, you know, the whole thumbs down, and I'm picking that contract, motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's like, sometimes, it's like jobber groups now. It's not even like, oh, it's like, yeah, you know what, see with the Bloodline, I think they've dragged the Bloodline out, right? And I think it should end, and it has kind of ended the original Bloodline. But why are like mediocre groups, shite groups, sticking with titles? You know what I mean? Like, I think the Judgment Day, I think the perfect time to end it would have been like when Priest lost the belt and Balor cost him. But no, instead they carry on with the charade and they just replace a few members and things like that, and don't really understand it for the life of me. But yeah, Penta gets beat here by Finn Balor. Do we care? Not really. Not really. Anyway, moving on. God, got hiccups, man. Kathy Kelly's a backstage interview with Io Sky. Becky Lynch saves her. Look at the Irish though, yeah? Oh, top of the morning to you, fella. I'm Becky Lynch. I'm from Dublin. Where are you from? Fucking Japan. What is the genius of the fucking Sky doing here? Talking to fucking me backstage with fucking Kathy Kelly. Sounds more like Conor McGregor, but you know, it's hard to impersonate a woman unless it's a woman that sounds and looks like a man, like Rhea Ripley. This is my brutality. You get me? Logan Paul then runs backstage into Seth Rollins. You know, a bit here and there. We'll have a rematch for Mania 39. Oh, except this time the title will be on the line. All that good talk. Yeah. Just put at the ball. That was a decent wee shot and Jake's ran after it. I'm the man. Killed Gus Fring. Right, second match, Becky Lynch versus Roxanne Perez versus Natalya. So, La Falcaria gets involved and Roxanne Perez wins. You know, Natalya gets beat with the Pop Rocks. I think this is the correct decision. Natalya's old. Natalya's decrepit. Was never a star. Becky Lynch, yeah, getting on in age in terms of like nearly 40, whatever. But there's a lot more you can do with Becky Lynch and Natalya. The Lyra Valkyria Becky storyline, there's still a lot to breathe there, I guess. So yeah, Roxanne Perez just signed up. Desperately needs a victory. Does Roxanne Perez? I think there's no two ways about it, and it's a correct decision putting her into Money in the Bank, boy. Sami Zayn then walks up to Jey Uso's locker room. I'm sick of Sami Zayn. I actually can't stand the guy on my television screen, folks. I really can't. They do their wee signature handshake, and it's like, am I supposed to care about that? The wee, oh, I think I just got stung by a wasp. The wee signature handshake, guys. Brilliant. Oh, Jake's lost his ball. What is it then? Where's your ball? Come on, damn it. Next week on Raw it was announced that Rusev will battle Akira Tozawa. Aye, Rusev, what a return to WWE. Alexander Rusev. I think I've got rid of his first name. Big Alexander Rusev, but we then got Gable, the Creed brothers, the New Day, just that backstage segment talking about titles and smells like a midlife crisis garbage. Sheamus, who's completely cut his hair at this stage, taking on Grayson Waller. Austin Theory's wearing this jacket, which people are speculating, oh, he's gonna be the third man. We are so beyond the need for fucking Austin Theory to be the third man, man. It is absolutely crazy that it's even getting talked about. Go, Jake, get the ball. Where's the ball? Go get it. Get your ball. Blue ball. Get the blue ball. Come on, get the blue ball. He's not getting the blue ball. Jake, he's got blue balls. No. Anyway, what happens? Like, Sheamus wins. It's like, what? You know, see if Sheamus ain't going to be used, right, as like mid-card title champion, or like, you know, one last kind of hurrah in the world title division. I see no purpose of this guy burying younger talent. I really don't. It was then announced, right,
that breaking news, Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Haliburton is going to be a downloadable character in 2K25. Breaking news. Who gives a fuck? Then they talked about the match. If the Knicks win, Pat McAfee has to wear a suit on Raw, but if the Pacers win, Cole has to wear a tank top. So obviously Pat McAfee, he's not a very formal guy. That time he rocked up to WrestleMania wearing shorts and Michael Cole berated him, then Vince McMahon put him in his fucking place. Obviously that's what's going on here. Who knows? And then it was like, who cares, man? Some NBA guy is going to be in the WWE game. Like, fucking who cares? And it's like, I just feel like sport, especially NBA, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not like they've got fucking LeBron or Kobe Bryant or Shaquille O'Neal to be in a WWE game. At least I'd be like, well, fuck, they're massive household names. Like, known across the world. These guys in the UK and Europe, man, who the fuck knows them? Nobody knows them. That's it. Gunther then cuts a promo. Multiple people coming for Jey Uso. Big Jey Uso. You know what I mean. Big Jey Uso. Jake, where is the ball? Going for help you look for the ball. I think we're on to ice, Jake. It's a blue ball in a green field. It's no rocket science to find it, son. You can't find it, but Gunther, he can't wait to take on Seth frickin' Rollins. Fourth match, Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane versus Zoe Stark. Now obviously in this match we've already talked about the injury to Zoe Stark. There's a separate video on it, but here we'll talk about it again. It's a nasty one. I mean, rewatching it, it's not like the leg snaps in two and, there's like evidence of like the bone hanging out, which some people might just spewed up their dinner, but it's a weird one. We've seen legs go that shape before, but it's not as bad as I thought it initially was, but don't get it wrong, like, it's still a bad injury. Not what you want to see. But we have seen worse in the wrestling ring, I'll say that much. That much, brother. But Rhea Ripley turns into a one-on-one match, and she beats Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane just back. Rhea Ripley. This is forced down our fucking throat, like. Forced down our fucking throat. It was like, oh, Therese Halliburton will be the special guest on the Raw Recap podcast. Who cares? Rusev cuts a promo to Zawa. I admire your courage and loyalty to your friend, but you must be high on cheers and delusion, because my name's Rusev, and I sound like Gunther, but I'm not quite Gunther. We don't have same liking for nipples. Just fucking crap, man. Aye, Rusev's going to be treated right coming back to WWE. It's so funny. All these guys realise that it ain't so much brighter on the other side, and then what happens is they come back, and it's like they do like 10 times worse than what they were doing before. Like, what the fuck's this, mate? I mean, Rusev has entered a program with the Alpha Academy, and these dumb fucks will suck off Triple H's nose and pretend that, like, well, now we're cooking with gas. No, you're cooking with fucking hee-haw. You know what I mean? Absolutely cooking with hee-haw. Dominic Mysterio is nice to be a special guest on the Steph McMahon What's Your Story podcast. Who cares, folks? We then cut backstage to the Judgment Day Clubhouse. Roxanne Perez gives chicken nuggets to Dominic Mysterio. He watches her arse cheeks bounce up and down as she leaves, and then Finn Balor's like, oh, what's happening there? I can't wait for Liv Morgan to come back. Then it was our main event of the evening. Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker. Right, so, typical match here. Jey Uso wins via disqualification. I mean, you kind of had all your main event guys out there, Punk, Sane, Rollins, Breaker, Logan Paul, and all that stuff. Gunther wasn't out there, wasn't he? No, I don't think he was. So, it's alright, but I think it just sums up, so your main event scene on Raw, right? Logan Paul, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Punk and Rollins. For me, there's only two guys on that, right, that are genuine main eventers by today, even by today's standard, and that's CM Punk and Seth Rollins. I don't mind Logan Paul, but I think the experiment's over, man. I don't care for the guy. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this guy's brilliant, right, and he's this and he's that. It just doesn't interest me anymore. I don't think he should be in main event title scenes. I don't. But is what it is. And Jey Uso's the champ, man, and he's like the least, apart from Sami Zayn, he's like the least deserving guy to be there. So it is what it is. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. I'll give this Raw It was 2.5 hours long. I will give Raw a 2 out of 10, man. It was crap.